Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our technical analysis update of oil and natural gas. We'll dive in there and I'll give you my financial opinion. So let's start right off the bat here. So this is crude oil. Crude oil is up 1.45%. It is resilient in the face of an everything sell-off. Gold was also very resilient in the last trading session. But here we are, we're still above the pattern. Everything still looks good from that perspective. Big long-term picture view, we do have a little bit of wicks at the top, but again, we're still within that month and we'll see where this thing closes out. We do have problems in oil. We have low inventories. They continue to release oil from the strategic petroleum reserves, and it's been moving on up. So it's just slowing the rate of change when they do these releases. It's slowing it down a little bit. Natural gas was up today as well, but I do think that it's possible that we could turn around and head a little bit lower here. It is a possibility. We've got a terminal that's down, LNG terminal, and we could head a little bit lower in the summer here. And usually this is a slow part for natural gas. It's not like the heating season in the winter. Now, XOP, yeah, you know me, is coming back and doing a return move to this potential breakout. That is a possibility. And we could pull even further back as a possibility if the overall markets continue to do a deleveraging type sell everything event. So I'm not doing anything with my shares, guys. I still think that the fundamental conditions of everything remain intact. And here's the support line in the white. We've got a little bit of selling pressure here on the monthly. This is this month here, and it's changing as we go through the month. SM Energy selling off. We are sitting right at that support line going across. The white line is the support line going across here. So it is doing a return move. It's coming up, and we could pull back below it a little bit. It's a possibility. But that's what it is for SM Energy. CDEV, we sold off today, down 6.3%. There it is today. Not too much to really say here. Crew Energy selling off a little bit today. Still looks good, still above all the patterns. Big picture view, that's what it looks like there. Looking at Callon Petroleum, we still have not broken out of this resistance line in the blue there. We've got that resistance line running across. So we're still playing with that. We've bounced and hit our head, and we're kind of coming back a little bit. Athabasca Oil selling off, but not really a huge sell-off compared to everything else. We've got support right here going across. So maybe we come back to 217. Recaf selling off a little bit. Pretty much a win compared to everything else. Crescent Point coming on back. We had this nice sharp move, and we're kind of just pulling back from it. Northern Oil and Gas pulling on back. We are still sitting on top of this pattern here, or trend line, I should say. And I do think it will eventually work its way higher. Yes. GTE selling off a little bit. Hit our head on that resistance line. That resistance line is this big guy going across there. We went up and tapped it. Tellurian selling off a little bit, but still above the support trend line. There it is on the dailies right there. Pedevco selling off. Most everything is selling off here, guys. Oasis selling off right at, well, I should basically, that's the support line if I can get it. And then it should pull right on top of these guys there. Right at support. CRK, it's pulling on back, and you've got support down at $14. That line at $14 is this guy going across all the way. Sandridge selling off. It looks like we're putting a wick at the top, and we could see a further pullback in a lot of these companies. We got that type of pattern that you see, that kind of fractal that comes up, and then you get the pullback. I don't know necessarily how big this pullback will be. Again, I don't trade the short term. I just hold on and ride it. Ring Energy pulling back a little bit today. We're right at that support line going across. The white line is a pretty strong support line going across here. Surge Energy, zoom in on it, a little bit of a sell-off there. We've got Tamarack Valley. I mean, everything's sold off, guys, everything. Coming back, maybe we'll come back to this support line. Crescent Energy selling off. I think we're at support. There we are at support. Vermilion selling off some right at support. Mega Energy selling off some far above support on that one. Energy service companies, OIH selling off. Now we could pull back here, guys. We could pull back some more, and maybe we come back and tag this blue uptrend line. Tetra Technologies getting a little bit of selling pressure here. We bumped up, hit this resistance line, and came on back, and we're still coming on back. Transocean, basically these are all selling off in the short term. Everyone's freaking out. We've got Pump selling off, coming back to support on the white line going across there. EXTN does look a little bit toppy here. Could that be a head, shoulder, head? Maybe. Very well could be. And again, I'm not doing anything with my shares, guys. I'm bullish energy at this time. Yeah, it's EXTN. Valaris selling off a little bit. Still looks fine. We've got MMA offshore just moving sideways. Tidewater selling off a little bit. Logarithmic it. That's what it looks like going on up. Still looks good. Still has the nice large up candlesticks, small down candlesticks for the monthlies. Oops. Next year, Oilfield Solutions coming up against that resistance line. That's where we're at there. Tidewater selling off a little bit more today. Oh wait, that's not Tidewater. ClickC Energy Services getting a little bit of buying pressure today, even though it was a down day at gap lower, but buyers came in and bought it back up. That's a positive sign. One of few positive signs. CHX is back within the pattern. Here's the big picture view of it. It's right back there in the pattern. Cactus Energy selling off a little bit. We have support going through this top here, somewhere in the general vicinity. I'll hug it up there. 9 selling off a little bit. We're still below that breakout level. We are contracting almost like it is. That's a little bit, but we're just below that resistance line. OII, right on that support, right below the support level now. We'll see where we go. Noble Energy, a little bit of up. Well, it's up day in terms of momentum, down day overall for price. Helix Energy Solutions selling off a little bit. The white line is the support line going across here. And big picture view, that's what it looks like right now. CGGYY, we hit our head on that resistance area and came and pulled on back. Petrofac pulling on back a little bit. We hit our head on that resistance area. McCoy Global pulling back there. And then we've got Diamond Offshore, small down day today, trying to find some support there. But that's what we've got for today, guys. That's our oil and natural gas. So, pretty big sell-off in some of these. During this sell-off, everything, we could see a further pullback in it. We could. Now, why am I not selling these? Because my time frames are longer than this. And I know a lot of people get scared. I took a pretty big hit today. SM's my largest hit for largest position. And that was down quite a bit. But I'm just holding through. That's what I'm doing. I'm not really doing much of anything. I still think that we have not fixed our energy problems. And there's no reason for me to sell these. Now, in the short term, we could see a pullback. That is a possibility of further pullback. I'm not going to try to time the short-term markets. I've tried doing that before. I was left out. Just not going to do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to my companies where I think they're good buy points, and I'll just continue with the strategy that I have, which is the commodity bull market's going to be over this time frame in the basically the 2020s, and I'm going to ride through it. That's what the strategy is. When the ratios are cheap, you stay long. The market conditions are good, stay long. And what's causing this sell-off, in my opinion, is increasing interest rates and the leverage in the system that couples everything together. When things start to decouple and we stop the rapid rate of descent in the S&P 500 and NASDAQ, I think that's when we can get our decoupling and start to move higher. At this time, if they're still highly leveraged in the system and things sell off rapidly, I think we're still going to see some of this. How long will it last? Difficult to say. I'm not going to try to make predictions there. All you're going to do is get it wrong because no one knows. You just have to ride through it. And I think the overall trend will be higher if and when we get through all this. All right, guys, if you guys like the analysis, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to the website, the Platinum membership below. It's in the description link if you want to check it out. And that's all I've got. So we'll see you next time. This is Finding Value.